Hello everyone, and welcome back to Allthemods 7. Sorry, I had a little bit of like a thing in my throat. I was trying not to cough, so I sounded a little bit weird talking there. In the last episode, and to be honest, for too many episodes, we've been trying to figure out what the best approach is to getting ourselves nether stars. We tried this setup over here, which would spam build them, they'd get blown over here, and I'll be honest, it works pretty well. It honestly works pretty well. We get a decent amount of withers, they all get blown into the corner. It's pretty good, I guess. Another option we had was obviously this guy over here. 1,000 nether star essences, as well as these 5 super speedy ones that are currently processing that fast that you can't really tell. These guys work pretty well. The other machine works pretty well. We also ended up trying out something else over here, which, I'll be honest, also works pretty well. Now, this guy here, oddly enough, doesn't appear to be working. Apparently he's having power issues. Oh god, it blows me away. Apparently having power issues, which actually reminds me as well. Yeah, we might need to fix our ender gate situation because, as you can see, I mean, I don't know, it's like it's not getting power or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be honest, this setup here, I think has the most potential because what we can do is we can place, oh god, the fan. I should probably turn it off at least while it's not doing anything. And now it is doing something. Okay, well, there you go. But my point is, you can build these one after the other, like a massive row of them. And I believe as long as we just have a fan set up, we're pretty good. Now, it does have this issue occasionally, where if they're not blown away for whatever reason, they just sort of get stuck there, and it makes a bit of a mess. Like right now, I don't know, it's just a mess. And I don't necessarily think it's fixable. It might be. No, I mean, clearly it's not. Now, this issue we haven't had with this setup in here. The only issue would be that this takes up a little bit more space if we do want to chain them up, if we would want to do them all in a row. See the situation we're stuck in at the moment? But regardless of any of that, I'm making the executive decision. I was going to do other stuff this episode, but I want to knock this thing out of the park. I want to completely decimate the nether star production and just produce an incomprehensible amount. I want to place an insane amount of these wither builders. I think we're going to try wither builders. We might have to look into potentially something to pick up these items for when it does mess up. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, but just to show off that it does work, and well, I guess hope that it does work, when we've cleared the area and we have the fan on and we turn this guy on, as you can see, they spawn and they get thrown over there. And it's pretty reliable. Normally that works pretty much every single time. So I'm not too sure what the issue is there. One thing we should do as well, because these recipes do take a little while, is we should automate the crafting of the complete wither builder. I think we have everything but the actual finished product automated. So that should take care of that issue for us. And then we can order some. So, I mean, listen, what's a lot? I'm going to start off by doing 10, so we'll get 8 more, that'll be 10 total. We need some more ancient debris? Okay, we'll try and figure out how that works. But I think we can do that. Of course, it's never easy. Netherite scrap we need, right? This is currently the issue. And netherite scrap we can get from ancient cones, which we would obviously get from an ancient bee. I'm sure we can do that, and I think that might be the best option. There might be a different way we can go about doing that, but I kind of doubt it a little bit, as you can see. Like, the only other thing I was thinking of is maybe the actual ancient debris. Might be able to get, like, laser drilled or something. That might be an option. Yeah, we could laser drill that if we wanted to. What's this? Netherite dust and basalt? But you know what? I kind of prefer that idea because we have infinite netherite. See all this? We have well, we don't have infinite, but we could have infinite. So what I'm getting at here is if we use a combiner, we can, in a lengthy way, craft what we want. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. It probably doesn't, but it makes sense in my eyes. Alright, so my idea is we place this guy here. We place the crafter on the back. We tell this guy, hey, guess what? Ignore all of this. You're going to insert from behind, and then you're going to, I guess, output below. That should work. That should be fine. Obviously, he'll need upgrades and stuff. The actual recipe we'll have to figure out as well. We want ancient debris, and I think it showed that you craft it like so. 2 netherite dust gives you this. So it's a pretty bad ratio, but that kind of doesn't matter because we're just going to be, like we've got infinite of the netherite, so I think it's fine. One issue I do possibly see is I think there's another spot for extras. Yeah. So what we might have to do is the exact same thing we did for these guys over here. So we might actually have to put this guy back on this wall so that we can get those extras working. So for example, we place the chest here. We grab pipes, and I guess we'll chuck a good upgrade in. Connect this guy. Hopefully make sure that they're not staying connected. There we go. We'll obviously have to do the same on all these bits, so probably could have saved some time like that. Set him to extract. He gets the upgrade. Wonderful. You get that. So now what will happen is the items will come out and they'll go into either the extra slot or the input slot. And I think it'll be fine. I'm not sure if we need to configure anything else. We'll also get the importer. We'll just use a creative one. Why not? And that will obviously go right there. Beautiful. So if I search ancient debris, it should now be craftable. Assuming we have netherite dust. Good. Fair point. Fair point. Let's very quickly go and try to get our hands on some of that. So ancient debris, netherite dust. So that will just be a crusher and some netherite. That's a pretty easy recipe for us. And that can go in this guy, I believe. So let's try this again. Ancient debris. He's still not happy. Did I not put this in here? I did. Netherite dust is created from that. Perhaps we will... Can we set like alternates? Because we want this dust from all the ores. We don't want this mechanism dust. Netherite dust from all the ores. There we go. Sure. We'll update that recipe and hopefully that'll work. I think it will. So let's try this again. Ancient debris. Still upset. Oh, he wants thermal series stuff. I don't think thermal series dust exists. So bear with me. Let's go ahead and alter this dust to be dust, boom, boom, to be all the ores dust, 2 of it. There we go. Okay. I think we're good now. A little bit of a confusing recipe there. Hopefully I didn't speed past that too quickly for you guys to realize what was going on there. So we'll order this. We should see, hopefully, the ingredients show up in here. Obviously, it needs to crush the ingredients first, so we're waiting for the dust to crush. Assuming it crushes into the right dust, which it should, then we should get our stuff back here. Currently, we're not, which is a little bit concerning. What do we make of this? Okay, it's... Oh! What is it doing? It is crafting 10 netherite ingots using 42 netherite ingots. Why would it do this? No, this is a horrible idea. Who's responsible for such a mess? What? Hold on. We have a recipe in here for making netherite ingots, and we need to fix that. That is horrendous. What I am witnessing. Oh my god. Okay. I've got the recipe. We're actually going to change this, and we're going to use we'll use this recipe instead. That should hopefully stop the horrific mess that we were just about to witness from happening. Let's cancel all of that again. Let's try this one more time, and that should work properly, I would imagine. Fingers crossed. You know what? It's making mechanism dust. What? What is the point of all the ores? What is the point of all the ores if it's not going to use all the ores? Oh my god. Okay, fine. Let's fix both of these recipes to use all the ores. Sure. Okay, hold on. Place this in here. So you're getting taken out, and you will be 2 of you. Update, awesome. You will be taken out, and you will be 1 of you. Update, awesome. Okay. Listen, I think we're good. Why was that such a complicated recipe to set up? Let's go ancient debris. Okay, we've got 1. Can I craft a stack? I imagine we can. All that we're going to have to wait on is obviously this stuff to show up, which it appears to. He'll need an ender gate, which we also need to fix this energy issue later. He will need upgrades. I don't know for sure if we can put tier upgrades in these guys. We can give it a shot. I believe we've got some tiers lying around. So basic tier. Oh, you actually can. Beautiful. So we'll put the red, we'll put the blue, and we'll put the purple on. And that will make this guy pretty good at what he does. We'll do auto sort. And as you can see now, he's going to be making a bunch of ancient debris. which we can see related in here, or relayed in here. Awesome. From there, obviously, we can do our wither builders. So we can go in here and we can say, I would like 8 of them, please. And it's going to try and do it. Awesome. I'll order that. That should hopefully be on its way. Now, in regards to the power issue I've sort of been talking about a little bit, I'm not 100% sure if it's an issue, but I'll show you what I'm talking about anyhow. So for some of these, like for our red tier, this is the cell that provides power. If this guy's full, we can provide power to each and every one of our red ender gates that we have sprinkled around. So that's fine. He seems to be like he's keeping on top of things. If we wanted to, we could speed him up or help him out a bit by putting on a flux point as like a little bit of a backup. So if I slap this guy here and hook him up there, he'll just make sure that this guy stays full, right? And that we have enough stuff everywhere. Sure. I'll just double check. You are set to insert from above. Yep. Beautiful. Yep. Okay. The other one though, for all the orange ones, I believe that's like a completely different network. And I think it's in the side of this mountain, potentially. Or at least I think it was. Yeah, over here. So in here, we've got 2 different ones. These are both nitro though, so maybe I'm wrong. But regardless, as you can see, they're sort of, well, they're empty, which is a bit of a problem. Part of that's because of this guy, but I think we just get rid of that. I think, I do have a few ideas. Let's grab that magnet back. We could place, I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. Let me go ahead and break this. So that'll get picked up. This guy, this guy, this guy. I kind of want to, like, the power we're getting from this is, like, it might exist, it might not exist. It's useless regardless, so we might as well just put in the new power that we've got. So we do that. These guys are going to stay full. That guy might stay full if I set him to be an input. Yep, he's full. Sure. I don't know what difference this does, but we've done it. Mainly I was hoping to find the our orange one, because, well, yeah, that wither builder in the other area didn't really have power in it, but maybe it did. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell at times. Also, just real quick, what do we have over here? Is everything fine? Because we were having inventory issues. This tank might be a problem. Might not be. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted and confused. Nevertheless, oh yeah, that guy over there. Where are we? Over here. We have wither builders. Oh, hopefully they're being made. Wither builders. Yes, we've got 6 so far. We need 2 more. And what we can do with these is we can grab them out, and we can go ahead and place them here, like so. Now, I believe we can get away with doing this, because if we open them, they do all show, and they should hopefully all show in the same direction. They're being built sideways. I believe that's what we want. That way there's no like overlap and no issues like that. Awesome. Now, what we need to do as well is obviously provide them with resources. Now, previously I was just going to entangle them. This is pretty dumb. It just simply is. So what we're going to do is we're going to move some of this stuff around. And we're going to do this properly. So we'll start off by, I guess, just picking everything up for the most part. Probably didn't need to pick up that one, so if it doesn't place, that's actually good. That's the crusher. So I do actually want that crusher to go here. And we're going to have the importer there. Okay, so that takes all the stuff from the crusher, all the nether stars, into our system. Sure. This next one, I want it to go into... I do want it to go into an entangled block, but a different one. I want it to be entangled into a chest. It doesn't have to be a fancy chest, just a normal chest will do. And we'll use some like regulator upgrades and stuff to get this guy to work well. And then we'll just run pipes connecting to all this stuff. I think that's the better play. So like we'll run over here. This will be a chest, he'll be entangled. He will then have pipes that go into, oh god, into all of these if I can figure out how to place those. You know what? I think I can take out one of the vertical modifiers. And I think that just makes everything so much easier and so much better for us. Because now we're not getting thrown around anywhere. Awesome. So yeah, this guy should be good. Obviously, he could probably do with a pipe upgrade. Just so that everything's well and good. This guy, we can do round robin. I don't think it makes a difference. Because he'll be so fast. That should be fine. And then let's go ahead and entangle this block. So we'll come over here. Place this guy down. Before we do this... Let's get our upgrades and whatnot, or else it's just going to make a massive mess. So we'll go regulator. We'll chuck this guy in here. We probably will go crafting card as well. If we can. Let's get a stack of them. That'll probably, once again, save us some time in the future. Boom. Boom. Okay, I'm going to say put a stack of each of these in there. Pretty simple. Put a stack in to this guy, the chest. So that should happen. And what already should happen is all of these, as you can see, they're filled up. So they've got everything they need. This chest will maintain a stack, and all of these guys will be filled up wonderfully. Now, the next thing on the list would be power. At the moment, we have ender gates. I can't be bothered placing all these ender gates. So we're probably just going to do another flux point, which we've got. Oh, no, that's a plug. So we'll go points, craft a stack of those. That should be good. Assuming it crafts, beautiful. And then we'll grab cables. Some of these ones. Wonderful. So obviously the point will go there. He'll be like, oh, yep, my network. Beautiful. And then we'll place these guys. And I don't think we need to make him disable the limit because these don't use that much power. And as you can see, we've made a horrible mistake. These need to be set to run with redstone signal. So, 1 second. We've actually done something really bad. Let me just... Oh, got it. Run with redstone signal. Yep, that's good. Okay, let me just very quickly... Okay, wasn't as bad as it could be. Assuming that stuff doesn't blow up anything important. This thing sort of looks like it is. Can we get hit by it instead? Please don't. Okay. That's fine. We can work with that. Oh my god, that was almost just the worst thing ever. I just got rid of the brick walls. Okay, so far everything looks good. I think we're fine. Nothing appears to be horrendously broken. I will continue going through here and... Oh god, like... Yeah, you should be running with redstone. You are. Okay. Luckily, the crush is still on, so he actually managed to dig up quite a few of them, which was very, very good. So we'll pick up this stuff. We probably don't need to, but it's fine. We'll grab our building gadget, make sure we're set to this glass, and we'll finish this box. So we'll bring this out. What we can do as well is we can actually click on this and do show working. And so this is the range that realistically we can work with. So probably up to this block would actually make more sense if we're going to ever make it at least max size. Maybe. So why not? Yeah, we'll do that. So I'll finish building this stuff and yeah. All right, so these guys are all hooked up. Obviously this guy needs some width modifiers in, although I guess that's the max. So I mean, I guess we just need more fans. That should be a reasonably simple solution, I would imagine. So what is it? It's 1, 2, 3. So we would do 1, 2, 3 and place a fan here. And then, honestly, I imagine that's good enough, at least for now. So we'll do fan, boom. Put in those width modifiers, click show area. That appears to be almost the full length. We are missing a spot here. For the sake of things, I will place one here and we'll just put in the distance modifiers and the height. That should be fine. We can go ahead and remove this. Let's go ahead and put in the height, -1, and the distance on max. And I believe that's good. So all I need to do is hop out of here, replace that ceiling. I think we can now turn these on. But here's another thing I want to do. I want to actually use some of these levers and whatnot. So I'm going to do at switch. I'd like to craft like 10, 12 of those, 13 of those actually. Reason being is each of these are going to go onto the machines that we want to turn on and toggle on. And then we'll have one like powerful switch that controls all of them. So we'll have that back here, just some sort of a rustic lever. Why don't we? So we'll slap this guy there. It's beautiful, I know. You know, it's kind of small. I kind of like, I don't know which one it is. Is it this industrial lever? 2-hinge lever. Maybe it's this thing. Yeah, I like the look of that thing. So, what's going to happen is we'll grab these out, all 13, and then I believe we grab an ender pearl, or maybe multiple. Now, these things we need to turn into link pearls, and if we look here, click with an ender pearl to get a switch link pearl linked to this switch. And then, okay. So I think I'm not entirely sure. Let's just place these on the things for now, and then we'll try and figure this out. So these, they look a little bit weird. Probably not what we actually want, but I guess they'll get the job done. Sure. What do these look like on? Okay, you can barely tell that they're on. I kind of don't like... I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. So, I think I ender pearl on this guy, and then I ender pearl on these. And so these are all linking to that lever. So we can go through here. And I believe that's how this is working. I feel pretty confident. So all of these are attached, which means when I pull this lever, everything should turn on. Okay, so that hasn't happened, which makes me think when I turn this on, yeah, it's the other way around. It's hit that guy on. So what we need to do, we can probably, I don't know, already link to the target of this pearl. Can I like turn these back into ender pearls? I can. Okay. So we're gonna have to do this a little bit differently. So what I have to do, oh god, is one at a time link these up, I guess. So for example, I need to right click on this guy, then right click up here. And I need to do that for all of these. And as you can see, a little bit tedious. I don't think, if I do a full stack and link him there, can I then, I guess, yeah, I'd have to craft it every time. And that's just not really smart. Alright, so I made a bit of a mess. We're currently just waiting on these guys to be destroyed. In regards to having a switch that will somehow wipe out all of these, I don't know if it's doable. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if it can be done. I will do one little test. If I were to open this up and place a block on this, does that spawn one? It does. Okay, so that right there is a way that we can clean this up. We can have it somehow, place the wither skulls all in those missing positions, because it's typically that middle one that is indeed missing. So how can we do that? I know that modular routers can do it. My problem is I don't know how they do it. I just don't. I don't know how they do it. I know that they do it. Don't know how they do it. So that's sort of what I'm thinking, is that we somehow figure this out. So there's a place of module you can get. That's it. And this thing will allegedly do the job. So I guess I'll place this guy here. Open this guy up. Shift click. Like, I really don't know. If I place him in here, hold I for more info. Places an item from the router's buffer as a block in the module's configured direction, if possible. Sure. So then in here, what else can I do with that information? Am I able to upgrade this guy to an extruder module? Okay. That might do what we want. Let's grab a breaker module. Oh god. Every time we mess around with this, I feel like I never end up doing what I tried to do. So we're in it together on this one. So boom. Let's combine these. So a placer and a breaker module gets you an extruder module, right? This thing says range of 16. Listen, that sounds exactly what we want. Sounds exactly? Yeah, sure. So I'm going to say, hey, do these. Do with the skulls. I'm pretty sure that's just a filter, right? Yeah, that's just a filter. So do that. And do it behind you, because obviously this is the front. So we'll say, hey, behind you, place those. And we'll chuck that guy in there. If I then place these in here, is he able to do it or is he not? The reason I think he might not be able to is because there's a block in the way. So I'll tell you what, we'll grab this guy out, open him up again. Maybe I'll hold eye on him. Places or removes blocks in a line along the module's direction, depending on the router's redstone signal level. Okay, so we have this in here. Then we just have a boring old lever on it. And so when we want to, we flick this and he would place it all. I think that's the concept. It's just a matter of how we do that. Oh, you know what? I think it was set to blacklist mode. Boom. Okay, so still not. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see if it works with a gap in front. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. So it will get there. Okay. Listen, I like it. So let's get a few more skulls. Listen, this by no means is perfect, but it does appear to be doing something. How many do I want? I don't know. 2 more? Is that how this works? If I place 2 more in there, will it place it? Oh, 1 more. 1 more is all we need, and then we'll see if this worked. So there we go. I'll turn this off again. Listen, this seems dumb. I admit it. But if it works, and that's obviously the main thing. So we'll wait for these guys to explode. I think one of them did, because I saw something miss. Okay, one last one. Bear with me. Okay, he's exploded. He's gone. I flick the lever. Awesome. I mean, this is pretty much what we want. Oh, it's because they don't have upgrades in them. Oh yeah, we've done it. We've already done it. So I now go add-ons. We grab a stack of each. Obviously, these first two are in sync perfectly. These next ones, we are going to put our upgrades in. Now, I shouldn't have to say this, but I will. Don't do this on a server. Whether it's our server or a different server, don't do this. Just don't do this. If you think that you can do this, ask someone. Ask someone before you do it. Would be my message of the day. I don't necessarily think what we're doing is the best option, even still, just based on the fact that I don't really know how this is going to work. Like, if I just keep this guy filled with skulls, does that somehow work? Does that somehow get this job done? Because even right here, like, look, it's not... He hasn't finished it off. If I flick this lever, they spawn, but it doesn't matter. Like, as you can see, it's clearly... The issue still stands. I do have a better idea. I think we use a builder quarry, and we set the range to be within this cube. I think that'll work. Once again, might sound a little silly, but I think we can do it. And if we get this running well, we'll extend it on the other side and stuff. So here, this thing, as you can see, you can get away with using that guy, but I think there are better alternatives that we're going to try out now. So we'll go ahead. We can cover this up. I'm going to go builder quarry. So we'll have to make a builder, which needs machine frame. Easy peasy. All right, so builder. And then we're going to grab a quarry card. And we want it to be a clearing quarry. So we'll have to make a normal quarry card. Quarry card. A quarry card. So that needs pickaxe. Awesome. And we'll need a shape card, which needs bricks, which apparently we just don't have. All right, quarry card. And then we surround that with glass for a clearing quarry. So that's going to just remove the blocks. Then we need to set the range. So, I'll tell you what, preemptively what we'll do is we will make this capable to do the full range that we have over here, just because I think that's probably a nice idea, right? Just have it pre-built, pre-set up to dig in this range, and I think that'll pay off in the long run. Okay, but yeah, so the idea is that we place the builder down somewhere. Doesn't have to be anywhere too crazy, so we can just slap him down here. We can shift right click with the card, and now it asks us to select the corners. So we can jump in here, run into the corner, and we can select... I think we want to select an actual block, so I'll place a piece of dirt and select this as the corner. And then we'll do the exact same in this other top right corner, so I think right there. And so I'll right click this corner, and now we allegedly have the range. So what we can do now is we can run back over here, chuck it in this guy, and then click on here to open the GUI. Now this guy's going to tell us a few things. One is it's going to tell us what sort of place it's going to dig. We've got it set to a box, a solid box, and that should be good. We've also got the dimensions, so I think that's like, I don't know, the X, Y, Z that it starts at and then the one it finishes at, maybe? Or maybe it's how high it goes up, like it goes 5 up or something. I'm not too sure, okay? I'm not 100% sure how it works. What we can do to test this is we can break a block above, a block to the side, and a block below in these corners. What that will do is when we click highlight or show preview mode, it fills in every block it's going to mine. And as you can see, these corners are not filled in, the roof is not filled in, and the bottom is not filled in. These are empty gaps you can go in. Whereas actually in here, as you can see, it's filled with cubes. So what that's telling me is the way that we selected it worked. Like we selected the right radius. So we can fill in those gaps, knowing that it's only going to dig out the stuff on the inside. We can remove the previews, just to, I don't know, make things a little bit nicer. And this thing, I mean, honestly, it's ready to go. So what else do we need to do? Well, for starters, I have set up the fans. So we'll have to come through here and make sure that we're, hooked up to those with all our piping. I will make more builders. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, roughly. Yeah, that makes sense, because the range add-on is an 11. Like, if we look in here, it's a 12 add-on, I guess. So I'm not too sure. But anyway, we'll order 11. And I'll look on this side to see what we're dealing with over here, because Yeah, you know what? We could go 2 extra on this side. I think that's sort of the little trick I didn't notice. So we'll do that. We'll order 2 more as well. Sure. So that stuff will order. That'll probably take a little while. In the meantime, we could probably move some... I don't think I have to move this. I think we can have this guy automatically pull the items in. So he should be fine, although he's in a bit of a rough spot. The rest will be fine. Then we just need to do the cables and stuff. But I think we can... I think it's an easy setup, is I guess what I'm trying to say. So by doing all that, that's all hooked up now. And then by doing all of this, that stuff is pretty much hooked up as well. Obviously, we need to put in another little upgrade. But aside from that, we're looking pretty good. Before I do this, obviously as we... I was going to say as we place the stuff, we probably want to toggle it on with redstone and stuff, but we don't need to, right? Especially because how this is going to work, so that should be good. We'll need more of these. So we need... I think we ended up making about like 14. 13, maybe. I think we made 13 of these switches. And it's these rotary switch things, isn't it? Originally, I wanted to make these things, the 2-button things. I think they look a lot cooler, but it's fine. We've committed, so we're going to be using this stuff. And then we'll just need all the ender pearls. I still feel like there must be a better way to link all this stuff, and I'm doing it wrong, but it's fine. It's fine. We also are going to need 2 more of these for the other stuff. What I meant was for the 2 fans here, so that they can get hooked up. Boom, boom. So I'm going to right-click each of these. I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then I right-click on the switch on this guy here. Boom, boom. Sure. Okay, so that's all there. The builders, how are they coming along? We've got 4 so far, 5. Sure. It shouldn't be too long now. I'm just trying to think, is everything else good? I think everything else is good. I think we're pretty much... I just place these blocks in, and then we're good. What we can try, actually, now that you remind me, is we can grab a chest, just a temporary chest for now, on top of the builder to hold the items, and we can give this guy a shot, because I don't really know how he's going to work, and I think that will be interesting to see. So we've got that all selected. We've got a lever on us. I'll place the lever on. So if I flick this guy on, what does he do? Oh, that's pretty good. He clears out all the mess inside, and it's ready to go again. We do get the stuff back, so if we needed to, this could easily be sent back into the system, or we could even just pipe it into that guy. Because realistically, it's all just going to be soul sand and stuff. So by connecting this, oh god, we've probably accidentally filled this guy up, or at least, oh no, we haven't. Oh yeah, because that guy's not extracting. But we can do this. This guy will go back into here, and it just won't fill this guy back up to a stack until it uses the stuff. So that should be good. Yeah, awesome. I'm happy. So far, so good. So, what are we waiting on? Still just the builders, and then we'll give this a shot. I guess I'll start placing them and configuring everything. And obviously we need the upgrades and stuff. Now, one issue I do notice is I think this here is a wall. Yeah, so we don't actually want it to go right up to this wall. Because, I mean, obviously, well, it's a wall. With that being said, however, I feel like we could have, because I feel like I've got the crusher. Like, if we toggle this guy on, he goes right up to the wall. So I should actually, yeah, we should actually go out another level. That is my bad. Yeah, and then it's actually the same over here as well. So we actually can expand this side as well a little bit. All right, so now it's all ready. Arguably, we might need a few more of these builders now, but we'll see what happens. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, this now is on the inside, I think. So we'll slap that there. And then I believe we just place this guy like so. And then we just want to set him to be... Oh god, we want him to run with redstone. And we want to do that for all of these. So it's just 2 clicks to make it run with redstone. Boom, boom. And because they don't have upgrades in them, they don't just spawn the thing instantly, which is very nice. Because it just makes it a little less messy. Yeah, so this guy here, we'll have him set to pull from below. And it clearly won't be as good. I guess, yeah, the soul sand, that'll pull. And then also have that guy pull. It doesn't even look like this bit's doing it correctly. Can you pull? You should be... Okay, I mean, it's fine. All I'm gonna have to do is just move this guy and re-entangle him, but it's okay. It's really not the end of the world. Alright, so now this guy's full, this guy's good, everything's good, we're all good. Everything's fine. So the final bits are these guys down here. I crafted 2 more of them, since that is what we needed. Boom. Boom. Alright, I believe everything is ready. The final thing now would be the add-ons. So we'll grab a stack of each of these. These are, I mean, they're easy to put in. Obviously, the tricky part is, well, I don't know, making sure you don't miss any, I guess. And it's just a little bit tedious. So all of these I'm pretty sure we got. So now we're up to the one up here. And then we've got, I think, about 12 more. So this might actually be the perfect amount. All right, these are all filled up. We had a few spare, but everything should be good to go. So without further ado, let's flick the lever. Boom. Not perfect. I've missed one. Nice. I guess that's the other benefit, is I can actually see when I've missed some. We can go ahead and get that guy running. Let's go ahead and maybe, oh god, turn this guy off. Let these guys finish. It looks like we might also be missing one down there, maybe. I'll do another little check. Alright, this, by the way, is how quick the crusher works. As you can see, not enough. Not quick enough. This is it still running. It's still, you know, as you can see, slowly chipping away. He's just not fast enough. He's full of upgrades, but he's just not fast enough. We are actually going to need more crushers because, I'll be honest, we want them gone. Like, we want them gone pretty much as soon as they get there. So we will be definitely crafting more of these. But if we try it again now with making sure they're all upgraded, is that all of them? It is. This guy looks like he spawned a little bit faster, but I don't think it matters. That's the 3rd one. And then this guy's back here for whatever reason. Oh yeah, he's stuck in the wall. He makes sense, sure. That might be a problem that we can fix. But this guy over here, the 3rd one, he looks perfectly fine. Redstone allowed, everything's hooked up. He's got upgrades. Not too sure. But we do want to, well, wait, shouldn't that mean the right one gets stuck? If the left one gets stuck? Or is it just a little bit random? Let's see, we'll run it again. Boom. Yeah, the right guy, he's fine. He's A-okay. Yeah, he's good to go. This left guy though, he's like, nah, can't do it. He's like, nah, not doable. Oh, you know what? It's actually this guy. The fan wasn't set up. So he's actually perfectly fine. I put 2 of those in. He's good to go. Beautiful. You actually shouldn't have one of those. Awesome. Okay, I think we're good. Everything, everything should be good now. What was the last bit? Yeah, the crushers. We just want a few more of these to get the ball rolling a little bit more. I made 2 range upgrades. We obviously have the crushers. Oh, I think the crushers we were just crafting the ingredients and we manually craft the rest. Yeah, so that should be pretty simple. Those recipes are fast. Boom, boom. 2 crushers. Awesome. Which way do they face? They do face the opposite way, which is awesome. We can go ahead and chuck in, oh, not both the range upgrades, although, if I put both the range in, is it just like extra range? No, it looks to be just the same. Anyhow, that goes in there. That goes in there. So these guys are good, and I want them to be always on, so they're pretty much good as they are. What I did want to check was if I'm able to pipe them out into another crusher like that. I don't necessarily know if that works. But that would obviously save us some entangling, which would just be sort of a little bonus. You get that. You get that. You can be nearest first. That doesn't really matter. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. So we'll go ahead and turn this guy on. As you can see, everything appears to work perfectly. This thing is horribly frame rate, just horrific, which is to be expected. We can work on this a little bit. In our settings with Rubidium and Rubidium extras, or magnesium/Rubidium extras, we can lower the entity distance. And what that'll do is when we are just a little bit away, they despawn. Now the particles are still there. I was looking into a mod to remove particles, but I don't think I ever ended up getting it. Or at least getting it working. So in the meantime, we could turn off our particles like so. And then once they go, as you can see, it's a lot nicer. In here, still a little bit more demanding, but like, look at this. In terms of like performance, just by moving back a bit, we're now good. What I want to check is in here. Oh, these don't have power. Hold on. Let's go ender gate. Let's grab 2 of those. Oh god. Boom and boom. That might help the lag, honestly. So he's good now. He's working. It doesn't look like the piping is working that I sort of hoped it would. Please bear with me. Hopefully this isn't loud for you guys. It's not particularly loud for me, but I could definitely see it being loud somehow. Pipe upgrade, I would like one of you. Thank you. I didn't want all of you, but it's fine. The more the merrier. So that should be good. And I'm going to just change his entanglement to be this chest that obviously we see filling up. And oh, he's getting a lot of stuff. So once again, assuming everything here works well, we're good. This guy we can leave running and he'll work. Now, there is clearly this problem, which is occasionally, I guess when I leave the area, it sort of stops working well. We can reset this by turning on this builder. He picks everything up. Oh, we actually do need to increase his range a little bit. We can do that. That's doable. We can fix that. Oh, I wonder, can I change it in here? If I change this to a 4, dun dun dun. No, you know what? I just don't think it's worth it. I think it's so much easier to just manually go in there and do it because it's just so messy otherwise. All right, select the first corners. Let's go in here and do it. So a little reminder of how we do this. Find the corner you want. So this corner here, place a block, right click, you can now remove the block. Then get the other corner that you want to be digging in. So this corner up here, place a block, right click the block, remove. You don't have to remove the block because obviously the quarry is going to do that, but you can. Is this a hole? No, it is tinted glass. It just looks a bit weird. So let's go up here. Let's go ahead and patch this up. And then we'll go ahead and chuck this guy in here. And so now when I turn him on, boom, he should get rid of that stuff. Awesome. Awesome. And then we can turn him on. So, I'll turn it on. We'll let this guy, set up, do his thing. Wonderful. Here's what I want to check. If I just stand back a bit, wonderful. Once we start getting the nether stars, I would love to have a look at what we're actually getting. So, wait for them to start killing them, which will pretty much be when you see your first explosion back here, because I think you see the explosion regardless, right? Maybe. But we should be getting what? Like, yeah, there's the first explosion. So now we should actually see this number going up a lot faster. And I think we do. This number definitely looks like it's going up faster, right? Cool. Keep an eye on how fast this is going. I'm going to leave the area over here. How's that? That's still going up, I think, at roughly the same rate. It might have just slowed down. No, that still looks reasonably fast. Because the thing I was worried about is when we come back, I think it messes up, maybe. You know what? I don't know. I do wonder if we instead have this guy, hold on. Because we could have this guy run on like a loop almost, you know what I mean? Like every so often, we turn this off, turn that on, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's an idea to try and fix this problem. It definitely is an idea. God, this is just horrendous, isn't it? Here, let's go ahead and turn this on. How can we get this done? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? This guy's pretty fast, so he's good. That's fine. I reckon we can. I definitely think we can. I think because if I do this, I'm pretty sure with redstone. Well, actually, hold on, because we can just entangle this stuff, right? I can entangle this this lever onto another little spot down here that's set up to be like a timer. So if I do, is there a random? No, is there a timer? Every so often the timer hits, and then when the timer hits, a repeater goes around and does some stuff. Is that a good idea? So like, for example, at the moment we say, hey, every 2 seconds, let out a redstone signal. Then we have some redstone. We get some repeaters. We could do pulse repeaters. I think we would want extenders. I'm pretty sure that's what we're after. We'll try pulse extender. So we'll have this guy. Whenever he goes off, he will hit that guy to turn off. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. All right. So I've got him hooked up. Whenever this hits, he's not turning on. Okay. But if I right click him, that does. And do we actually see that relayed in the switch? Yes, we do. The switch does turn off and on. Cool. You know what? I think we want this thing. Industrial interval signal timer. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. We'll need a clock set up for this. So we'll go ahead and do one of those. And then we'll see if this works. So we grab this guy. We craft him with himself. So this thing, we can set up an interval of stuff. Now, when we click Control Shift, the blue number is the on time. How long is this guy on? So we can have him on for, say, 10 seconds. For 10 seconds, he will remain on. Then he will be off for 2 seconds. And that's what we'll do. And I believe if we... And then what do I do with that? What do I do with this information? Do I chuck him in there? Switch cannot link to multiple switches. Sure. Okay, I figured it out. I've only gone and done it. It's incredible. Look at this little setup here. So at the moment it's broken. Check this out. You ready? I don't think you are ready, but are you ready? This should turn off in a second. 1 second. And you should see that light up. That lights up. All the blocks are taken away. Almost all the blocks. It looks like we did miss some. So what I need to do is just increase this off timer to be 2 seconds perhaps. And so he's on for 10 seconds. Why do I feel like I just got attacked by a thing? I think we're good. So he's on for 10 seconds. Things start breaking, whatever. Then everything gets cleared, is what's meant to happen. Now, clearly he didn't actually clear everything. Why didn't you clear everything? Buddy. Oh, I need him to keep running with redstone signal. There we go. Okay. So I think we're good now. Now, 10 seconds, as you can see, might be too much, maybe, but we'll see once we do a full wipe of all the blocks in here. We'll see if that fixes it anyway. So the redstone happens. Everything's gone. Redstone's back on. They're all pushed again. They're all thrown right back into that wall. And we'll sit here and we'll watch and we'll wait one more time. So I'll sit here, hereabouts. And then I'll show you the blocks I used because it was really cool. There's so many blocks. It was just like I had to learn for a little bit. And I'll tell you, this switches mod... The capabilities it gives you is insane. So yeah, look, it starts making a mess, and just when it's about to start, we actually clear everything. And then 2 seconds, and then we're on again. Hey, listen, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, we do appear to have an issue already where it's broken again. I think the problem is there's too many. I think that's genuinely the issue. There's literally too many dudes. Now, is there a way to fix that? Probably. The problem is I don't necessarily know how. In fact, this does appear to be a bit of a problem. Like, what are they doing? Regardless though, hey, like it's doing a pretty good job of keeping it going. Like, it keeps breaking it. I'll tell you what, we'll lower this down. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking on these like little yellow blocks and stuff. They're not blocks, sorry, but the little symbols, the little arrows. So we can zoom in and right click on this. So I'm going to set this guy to be 1.5 and we're going to lower this to be about I'll do it every 5 seconds at 1 second. How does that sound? 5 seconds, and then we'll lower that to be 1 second. So every 5 seconds, that redstone, that system will turn off, and the builder will turn on. So it's on for a second. It does that. 5 seconds more of this. I don't know. We'll monitor it for a little while. I'm really hoping this stuff isn't too loud, because it is a little bit loud for me, and it's always annoying when it is in the video. Okay, that looks like it kept on top of it. Instantly, this side messed up again. These guys are doing the full area, as you can see. I feel like... I mean, they are getting blown away. As you can see, the thing is toggled on, and then it's toggled off at the moment. I almost feel like we need these on regardless. Does that make sense? So I actually want these to be turned on regardless of whether or not anything else is running. So I reckon we just disconnect them and we just put our own little levers on them. Maybe we get a bunch of these, what do you reckon? A rotary lever? Yeah, let's grab a few of these. I don't know, we'll craft 10 and I'll just start placing them around. And we could entangle these if we wanted to. I don't necessarily think we need to. So I'll go ahead and we'll break each of these, and we'll just keep them on 24/7. So yeah, we're going to place these levers on, and we're going to turn it on. So I'm going to do this, turn them on. And that should be them on. And then that way when the builders are turned off, the fans are still on. That should hopefully, in theory, push all the withers away. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Let's turn our map on. We didn't accidentally let any more withers out, did we? Okay. I guess we'll have to be a little bit careful. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we are close to having this work flawlessly, but we're just not quite there. You know what it is? I know exactly what it is. We're too close. We're too close. We can fix this entire thing. We can actually fix this entire thing. To do that, what I will need to do is turn this on to standby mode. So we'll go ahead and take this stuff out of our hopper. Right click on this guy. Just the face of him, and it turns him off. So then everything else should be able to be turned off manually. So we'll do that. Oh, I just turned it on. Okay, sorry. I think it was off. So we'll leave that. Let it do its thing. All those mobs should get destroyed. What we have to do now, if we want this to be flawless, is move these guys back far enough that when the withers explode, they're not pushed back into the row here, because that's what's happening. As they spawn in, these guys explode, and as you can see here, it's pushing them back, and that's clogging up the system. That is, in theory, easily fixed by moving this back. And in terms of the range, we can afford to move them back a decent amount. As you can see, this goes out quite far. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Will it be a little bit messy? Yes. Will it be the end of the world? No. We will have to obviously entangle this chest again, but everything else should be able to stay where it is. All we have to do is make sure that we... I probably should have lined myself up with the middle previously. That's going to be a little bit annoying. I think we're roughly here, though. Alright, so the range is here. That looks like it is covering that last block. That's covering this last builder as well. Obviously, this corner's not covered for whatever reason. I don't know how we messed that one up, but that's fine. And that guy's covered there as well. Cool. Okay, awesome. We could probably actually fill that. It's fine, it's fine. So we can remove that. Each of these can get their little upgrades back as well. I'll, pipe all this stuff and we'll be good. Alright, so in terms of the range, as you can see, it looks like it pretty much goes the full distance, as far as I can tell. That's assuming, of course, that all of these have 10 upgrades in. There's only a few of these fans, so we can actually just have a quick look. And it appears as though they do. Awesome. So, ideally, everything works just as it did before. I think everything's hooked up. Actually, we still need to do the add-ons on these guys just to make them run a little bit faster to keep up with everything. But aside from that, I think we're good. So we can come back over here. Now, the two blocks that I forgot to tell you guys about, one of them is the industrial interval signal timer. The blue numbers here, we can toggle up and down, and it changes how long this redstone signal stays on. In particular, the redstone signal applied from this little timer. The yellow one is how long it stays off, so we have it off for a second and on for 5 seconds. Red does how much power it emits, and the green, don't know what it does. Signal ramp up / down, not a clue. Regardless though, this outputs the redstone signal. That's all it does. So one of these signals is going into this guy, an industrial switch link transmitter. What that does is when it receives redstone, I link these two together, and it's actually able to send a signal to that switch and turn it on when it receives redstone. So most of these switches, when I flick it on, it flicks the other one on. This one, when it receives redstone, it flicks the other one on. So that's how that one works. Then the extra redstone coming from this signal timer goes out here. It's amazing how good Minecraft are at just making the most infuriating things you've ever seen in your life. And clearly, if I just push these guys up here a little bit, I don't even have to do anything. They're teleporting away. It's magical. They're magically teleporting away. Anyway, yeah, the extra redstone is going through here into this block, which has a redstone torch on it. When it receives redstone, the torch turns off. When the torch is on, i.e. when this guy's off, i.e. when this guy's off, the builder turns on. That's it. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. So we'll turn it back on. As you can see, everything appears to be... Oh, I forgot to turn the fans back on. It's fine because we made our system to automatically fix itself in 5 seconds. Yep. So it's almost perfect. As you can see, we just have to wait 5 more seconds for the rest of that to get cleared. But then I think we're good. Yep, so the rest of that got cleared. And as you can see, everything gets thrown away. And in theory, the explosions made by these withers finishing their little boss spawning section shouldn't throw any of them back into the builders. They actually do throw them pretty far. Okay, so it still causes a little bit of a problem. honestly more of a problem than I thought it would. They really explode, don't they? In order to fix that, realistically, if we really wanted to, and I kind of do because it actually is like a proper problem, you would have them drop, you know what I mean, into a spot where they physically cannot get thrown back. That's what you would do. I think that would be the play. Oh, are these dying from being crammed? Wow. These guys are running like pretty quick, I'm pretty sure. With that being said, is this like genuinely working? Let's search Nether Star. What are we looking at here? Yeah, the number's going up pretty fast. That looks like it's the speed at which we're getting these guys killed. Sure. I still don't... Do you reckon we need more? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Because obviously we're just waiting for them to explode. And I assume when they're done exploding, they're being chopped up. Because I think when this thing keeps going rapidly, that means it's destroying mobs. And when the bar goes fully back up, that means there were no mobs to destroy. So it's like redoing its little cycle. So it looks like it's... I mean, it looks like it's doing it. Oh my god. Okay. Listen. How does that happen? That is a problem. Can we please turn that off? Okay. Do I suggest this? Not anymore. Not anymore, because that's pretty horrifying. Is there a way to stop that? Probably by making this box a little bit better. Obviously as well by like, I guess maybe having something to kill the mobs faster, because they still, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really not sure. I would love to end this episode with this thing working perfectly, but it's already been an hour 20. I'm just trying to think, what can we do? What can we actually do? If we put a stasis chamber, they won't explode, which means they can't be killed. Do we have anything else to stop them? Arguably, yes. The problem is it would be something like a vector plate or like an anchor plate, I think they have. The problem with something like that would be that it'd be able to be broken. You know what I mean? How else can we stop it? There's some sort of vacuum, like an actual just a vacuum block, vacuum module, tubes, vacuum traps. Absorbs nearby entities, requires negative pressure. A vacuum standing stone. Gravity. Maybe if we search gravity, we find something. Drinking hat, gravity, something, bracelet. Okay. I'm really not too sure. I'm not too sure at all. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I am tempted to sort of just like leave this and ask you guys if you have any suggestions for how I resolve this issue. Because I think we're close to getting like a decent amount of nether stars flowing in through just using this setup here. The main problem is them escaping. If we have withers escaping, that is horrific for the rest of our base. That could genuinely like rip our place to shreds. Not a good thing. I could make another box around this. So if they escape, they'll be in that box, and then we can have crushers around that. Sure. The other option we can have is... I'm really not sure how we stop them from going back. We could try like a one-way. Do we have like a one-way pass-through? You know what I mean? Like they can walk through this thing, but they can't walk back. Is that like a technology we have? One-way wall. This block only allows entities to move in a certain direction. Yeah. So this would be good. Yeah. These would be really good. The problem is... I'm pretty sure they'd just explode. You know what I mean? We can try it. You know, I don't necessarily see an issue with that. Let's go ahead and turn off all these guys. All right, let's see. So if I place this here, oh yeah, the builder. What I would have to do, sorry, I'd have to blacklist this on the filter. But first off, I guess I'll try it here. So I can walk through, and then you can't walk back. Pretty neat. I like it. I like it so far. So in here, that's the spot for filters. So we'll have to search filter. We will need a filter from the mod, which is going to be this thing here, a little filter module. Go ahead and open this guy up. Chuck in one-way wall. There we go. Chuck this guy in here. Sure. And then we'll hop in and we'll go ahead and try and place this. So they spawn 1, 2, 3 and then here. So I could get away with placing it I think like this. But it's still breaking. The builder's still just like, who cares? I will check just to make sure. Is this set on whitelist? Whitelist items. I feel like that's just the opposite of what we want, is it not? Let's try. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's on the right. It was on the right command, the right thing, on a blacklist. One-way wall. Ignore damage. Ignore NBT. Yeah. Yeah. Add tags to filter. Click to add filter. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that was in the configuration for this guy. So if I place this in here, maybe we click restart, and maybe that helps it to work. Yeah. Okay. They're not breaking now. Cool. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 here. So in theory, by the way, I have zero faith that this stuff doesn't explode. Just on the record, I don't think this will work. I hope it will work. There's the little difference as to what's happening at the moment. So we'll go up here. We'll make sure we've got all this stuff placed. Boom, 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 and then we walk through, and we've pretty much got a complete stone wall that they cannot get out of. This thing's pretty cool. I like the concept of these blocks that we're messing around with. I really hope they don't explode. But I listen, if they don't explode, I'll be mind blown. Let's see. Let's turn this guy on. Obviously, we still haven't solved the issue of the Oh, I forgot to turn the fans back on. My bad, my bad. Well, they're definitely going to explode now because they're well within the range of which the explosion will take place. Oh, unless we're able to break the stuff in time. Oh, I sort of see the issue a little bit. I think once they're out here, the fan isn't hitting them anymore. That makes sense. I think it can work. I'm actually pretty hopeful. Look at this. Look, it pretty much works. Pretty much works. Let's go ahead and turn this guy off for now. Let's turn him off. That's hopeful. Still, the issue is them getting out, however they have been doing that. I'm still just trying to think if there's a neat way we can do that other than just building a box, because the box strat is boring. I don't want to do the box. But if we have to, we have to. Maybe even just making it a little bit thicker could do the trick. Or maybe, once again, some more crushers on the outside might be a cheaper alternative. It looks like these broke, but nothing else did. Which I will say is surprising. It's genuinely surprising. Let me try and do something horrendous here and try and escape. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll leave it for now. I like the idea. I like what we've done. I will have to turn it on again in a second to get a nice little thumbnail here. But I feel like we're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of something great. Let me know what you think I should do. Should I have them fold down? Should I don't know. What should I do? What is the solution here? Otherwise, yeah, how else can we mash them up? What other crusher can we do to get these nether stars? Which, by the way, we're doing pretty good. I think we have enough already to get this start. At least yeah, we can get all the nether stars. That's pretty crazy. So you know what? We might leave this until the 3rd ATM star when we need the nether stars again, and then we'll try and tackle this issue again. That might be what we do. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this episode. This was pretty fun. I imagine you would have enjoyed it, because I definitely enjoyed it. We'll go ahead and we'll turn this guy back on just to get like a thumbnail or two. But I'll definitely be keeping it off because I'm very scared of it, to say the least. So we'll come over here and maybe we'll maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure what we're gonna go for here for the thumbnail, but regardless, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.